Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Now, at the end of the last episode, I was in two different minds. I was between the position of playing the two Bundesliga games in hope that we can still catch Bayer Leverkusen, but more importantly, try and catch Bayern Munich. Or do we stick and accept the fact that we're not going to catch Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga and we go with the plan, like we did in the Liverpool career mode, with trying to win the Champions League in Season 1 at Borussia Dortmund? I have now decided, as much as it breaks my heart to say this, I am going to focus on the Champions League in Season 1 at Dortmund and kind of not forget about, but just risk simulating games in the Bundesliga, because I was between playing Borussia Mönchengladbach away from home and then playing the Dortmund derby between Schalke 04 at home and then simulate the game against PSG. Now, if I remember correctly, we did beat them 3-0 in the first leg, as we did. So I was between two minds of simulating that PSG game and hoping that with us being at home and being the home team, we would get the win. But I just don't think I can risk it, because let's say we play the Borussia Mönchengladbach game, we simulate the PSG game and we get knocked out. We then play Schalke 04 and win that game, and that's great. But unless Bayern Munich are going to slip up and start losing game after game, we physically have no chance. Now, as we move into the month of April, you'll see on the 4th of April, we do play Bayern Munich, meaning we could take 3 points away from them. But they're currently 11 points clear. But 8 points probably still isn't enough. That still means they need to lose another 3 games, and we need to win those 3 games. Now, bearing in mind, when we play Bayern Munich, there's then Paderborn, SC Paderborn, Hertha BSC, Dusseldorf, and then there's only 3 more games in May, and then it's the end of the season. And what are the chances of Bayern Munich actually dropping points towards the end of the season? For me right now, they're going to go all season and not lose a single game unless we manage to beat them. So unfortunately, I've made the decision that we will be simulating the first game against Borussia Mönchengladbach as the away game. I don't like simulating away games, but the home game is against Schalke 04, and like I said, it's the derby, so we have to play it. Which then leaves, of course, PSG for the second leg in the round of 16 Champions League game to be played, and then the game against Schalke back at home. I've had to make this decision, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, it may come back to bite me in the bum. We may lose now to Borussia Mönchengladbach and be pushed back even further. But an 11-point gap with only 10 games to go, I'm just not sure it's possible. We're still going to fight, and I'm hoping we're still going to win this Borussia Mönchengladbach game, and then it doesn't really matter as long as we go on to beat PSG and get through to the next stages of the Champions League. We're going to have to keep our fingers crossed that that is exactly what happens. But as we move over now to the comment section, I've been asking you guys for the whole month in January. I want to hit 50 views after 24 hours, and I want to hit 10 likes. Unfortunately, the last Dortmund career mode didn't quite get there. We got 31 views after 24 hours, and I think we were on 7 likes. So guys, if you can, please support me every way you can. Let's hit 50 views and hit 10 likes within 24 hours on this episode. By the time this is coming out, there's a good chance as well my Pro Clubs video has come out. And if you do have an Xbox One and you do want to get involved in Pro Clubs and be involved in videos, then make sure you go and watch it. Drop your gamer tag and any details you need to down below. Make sure you read the description and the comment section. I'll be leaving what I want from a player that's going to be in the Pro Clubs team. But if you are interested in getting involved, then happily go and drop that video a watch. But a first comment was actually left by me, because I was asking you guys, can anyone help with the Torgan Hazard situation? He was very unhappy and he's handed in his transfer request. He's now back to happy and has emailed to say he's still not getting enough game time. Yet clearly he's played a lot of game time. If I keep playing him, is there a chance he'll withdraw his transfer request? First comment on my comment coming in from Haidar saying sell him and buy Rashka, Pepe or Lamar. Now obviously we couldn't get Pepe from Arsenal, he's only just moved to Arsenal. But if he does force a move, ladies and gentlemen, we will be buying someone to sit behind Jadon Sancho as the backup like Torgan Hazard does to Sancho in the current times. We will have to buy another player. Avec says, if that's how you pronounce your name, sorry Avec if it's not, but if you're wanting to keep him, you're best off starting him for at least 10 games in a row. It happened to me at Real Madrid with Marcus Alonso, started him for 10 games and he was happy again with the club. Well, as I go on to that comment there about him being happy, Torgan Hazard is on his way to being happy. You can see here as I go down the list, where is Torgan Hazard? There he is, Torgan Hazard. So he's obviously got a 1 match ban, that's why he's got that symbol next to him, but He's currently happy, but you can see their status is transfer listed. I can't remove him. It won't let me remove him. Now, let's just take this player here, Bakir. If I was to, I've added them to, let's go for someone else, Sancho, right? I can add to the transfer list and you see his status changes to transfer listed. I can then just go in, remove him, and his status goes back to has potential to be special. With Torgan Hazard, I can't remove it. So I don't know if we just need to keep playing him. He's happy and hopefully he will withdraw. That was a bit of a mouthful. Will withdraw his transfer request. But right now, it seems that he still wants to force a move. So thank you so much for the 2 comments there from Hadar and Avec. Next comment coming in from Ethan LFC saying, thoughts on your FA Cup draw? Very happy with the Liverpool FA Cup draw because right now we just beat Everton. I thought we were going to get a real difficult opponent. We didn't, so I'm happy with what we've got. Next comment coming in from Chris Dudas saying, I'm glad you're enjoying Brune Larson. Sadly, he isn't playing in real life. Hashtag Brad in. Hashtag Brad in indeed. Yeah, I did see that Dortmund aren't playing him in real life. He did score in the last episode, and I hope that he's going to push on to be an incredible player for us, and hopefully a player that everyone on the channel remembers. And final comment coming in from Avec saying, great video, mate, keep it up. I will do, Avec. Thank you so much for all your comments, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. And now we can get on with today's episode. So we are going to take the risk in simulating this game against Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's away from home, so in percentage-wise, we're more likely to lose or draw this game than actually win it. But with this lineup, I'm hoping we can do a decent job over them. We're going with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we've got Marco Reus, the captain, in the central attacker midfield. And then Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Piszczek at the back, with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into the simulated game. I'm hoping we don't drop points here because we are just a slither behind Bayer Leverkusen. I think it's only 4 or 5 points. So winning these games and getting the 3 points is really, really important. As we get the players warmed up, we win 2-0. Happy days. Marco Reus is absolutely on fire. What a player. I'm going to call it now, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for a central attacker midfielder to buy in your career mode, no matter what the team is, as long as you can afford them, go and get Marco Reus because he's absolutely outstanding. He scores there in the 21st minute to open up the score and tally. He then scores in the 74th minute, put the last nail in the coffin, and we do go on to beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-0, which now means we can focus on the PSG game and we can focus on the derby against Schalke 04. And now we take on PSG in the round of 16 Champions League. It's a little bit iffy with the lineup we are putting out against PSG. It's not fully fit. We've unfortunately lost Klosterman at right back, meaning I'm having to play Piszczek there. And Piszczek's stamina, well, it's about as good as an 80-year-old man. His stamina is not back to full fitness, so I'm a little bit concerned that he's going to have to be man-marking Neymar. I'm worried that Neymar is going to constantly get the better of him. We may have to look at bringing the young man Mori on to help out in the second half if Neymar is giving him a hard time. But for now, we'll attend the press conference, see what the media have to say. I'll then show you guys the starting 11, and then we can get into the game against PSG. And hopefully, if we play like we did in the first leg, we should easily beat them 3 or 4-0 again. Here we are. And of course, my save with Dortmund has glitched because all of my team has dropped from very happy to content. No idea why. Goetze's in good form. Will we see more of him today? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So Mario Goetze is just content, which is a little bit disappointing. You can see there the whole team is content. You secured a victory in your previous match. Do you think it's going to affect PSG's morale? We'll say morale is a strategic aspect. Can we get Borussia Dortmund's team morale into happy? You secured a great win over PSG in the first leg. Are you prepping any tactical changes? No, we'll play again. We'll win again. And finally, we've now got Mario Goetze and the team morale up to happy. It was very happy. And as it comes to this next game and simulated or advanced in a couple of days, it dropped from very happy all the way to medium, really. And I thought, that's a little bit strange, but good old EA glitching out the games. But we'll have to just stay focused. We know what we've got to do here. We've already got the 3-0 lead, and hopefully with this team, you can see, unfortunately, Schultz, Akanji, Piszczek, a little bit of Julian Brandt, not fully fit. Piszczek and Akanji are probably my biggest worries because that right side is going to have Mbappe and Neymar. They're the two players they're going to have to be man-marking. So I am a little bit concerned there, but we can always look to change it up. And you can also see Van der Beek has come in for his first start, I do believe. I don't think I've ever started them in the central attacking midfield role. I did just say Mario Götze was getting on the pitch. I did think he was playing. Unfortunately, it's not. It's Van der Beek, but I'm sure we'll see Mario Götze in the second half. But we are going with Marlen up top in the striker position. Behind him, we've got Donny van der Beek in the central attacking midfield. Brandt, Delaney, Witsel and Hazard through the midfield. Schultz, Yeonju, Akanji and Piszczek at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into this game against PSG. We know what we've got to do. 90 minutes worth of good football. Plenty of highlights for you guys. And hopefully, we'll progress through to the next stages of the Champions League. We beat them 3-0 in the first leg. Can we do the same back at home? We've got a lot more fans here, that's for sure. We've got the home fans, not the travelling fans. And I'm excited for this one. Clash with the French Giants. Derek Ray and Lee Dixon commentating on this match. Donny van der Beek needs to really prove himself to me. He really does. But as we are going to get this first half kicked off with Marlen, let's get it underway. Let's play it around nicely. On the inside to Donny van der Beek. Round now to Marlen. Over to Hazard. Hazard's going to play it through there to Marlen to run to. Marlen's through on goalie and Marlen! We've done it! It's game over already. 7 minutes in. 1-0 in the second leg. 4-0 over the two legs. It's game over. PSG are done. There's no way they're coming back from this. And they may score a couple of goals, but they're not scoring 4 goals. It's not happening. Unbelievable. Great run there from Marlen. Great ball through from Torgan Hazard. Gets the assist. Marlen scores the goal. Marlen is an absolutely spectacular backup for Paco Alcacer. Well done, Daniel Marlen. His 4th goal in the Champions League. And we're 4-0 up over the two legs. Piszczek coming forward. He's got a few plays in the box. Let's cut this back. Edge of the box now for Donny van der Beek, who's going to take a touch and get his shot. If it's going to come back to Donny van der Beek. He's still on it. It's Witsel. Playing it through there now to Piszczek. Piszczek through on goal. It's a great strike and a great save from Navas. Got to be careful here. Ball down the line. Neymar playing it up now to Sarabia. On the inside now to Mbappe. Mbappe going to get a shot off. It's a stunning goal. Cannot take anything away there from Kylian Mbappe with his signature celebration. It was beautiful. Neymar to Sarabia in the inside now to Kylian Mbappe. Just opens up his body and buries it in the top right. That was very similar to Curtis Jones's goal for Liverpool against Everton. Just owned up his body and killed it into that top right corner. It's a great goal from Mbappe, but I still don't think there's any chance of them coming back. I only feel that we're going to go on to score more and more. Come on, referee, blow the whistle some. Torgan Hazard trying to get in behind them. Sure as Alaba takes a touch now and turns the ball. It is now going to be blown for half-time. It's 4-1 over the two legs. It's 1-1 in this leg. I'm still feeling confident. I think there's still another easily 2 goals left in the tank. Real Madrid currently beating Napoli 1-0 at half-time. I'm happy to jump back into the second half exactly the same team. I was worried about Piszczek at the right back with Neymar, but right now he seems to be comfortable and dealing with it. So we'll see how we get on in the next 10-15 minutes. Go on, Torgan. Let's go. Play Torgan in behind now. It's a beautiful ball in behind. Torgan going to cut this back onto the edge now for Donny van der Beek. It's going to come to Delaney! Well, I said I reckon there was another 2 goals left in the tank. There's one of them, ladies and gentlemen. There's one of them. Wow, 5-1 over the two legs. We have killed PSG. I tried to lay it into Donny van der Beek. Takes a deflection there off, I do believe, Marquinhos. But only then falls into the path of Thomas Delaney, who's there to bury it. But back to Torgan Hazard. Beautiful through there now to Donny van der Beek. Going to lay it off now to Torgan Hazard. Open up that body on his left foot. He's put it over the bar. Good try, Torgan. Good try. On the inside from Donny van der Beek. Going to play that through now. That's a cracking ball from Donny van der Beek. He may not be scoring, but that was an incredible ball. Here comes Torgan Hazard now on the inside. Here's Marlen. Turns his man. It's a great save from Navas. Close him down. Good tackle. Keep going. Kyle Walker still wanting to come away with a ball here. Here comes Paredes now. Let's take this ball off him. And surely the referee's going to blow for full time here. As Di Maria plays it back to Idrissa Gana Gueye. We have beaten PSG 5-1 over the two legs. 2-1 in the second leg. Once we scored within the first couple of minutes, I just knew. I could just feel the way that PSG were playing. I felt like they did have a goal or 2 in them. But I think stat-wise and on paper, did we kill them? Yeah, 9 shots, 6 on target. They had 3 shots, 2 on target. Defensively, we were solid. Even when I brought Mori on, the young right-back, later into the game for Piszczek, he still seems to do very well. His touches were a little bit heavy, but he's still low rating, so we can expect that. But us having 9 shots, 6 on target and scoring 2, I'll take that every day of the week. Torgan Hazard, which is no surprise for me, does pick up man of the match with a 9.2 rating. We can now get into the post-match interview, and then we can focus on the Dortmund derby against Schalke 04. Here we go. So I did see that Real Madrid beat Napoli 6-1 over the 2 legs. Why didn't we see more of Goethe today? I mean, come on. Competition is good. Mario, you've got to be happy, son. I brought you on. You know, I've got to give... We paid, was it 29, 30 million for Donny van der Beek? I'm unfortunately maybe going to have to sell him. You managed to win a close match today. I mean, it wasn't a close match. We won 5-2, or 5-1, sorry. So I'll take that. Time to focus on the next match. But yeah, we brought Donny van der Beek for 30 mil. I've got to give him a chance. Otherwise, at the start of Season 2, he's getting off the books. We're selling him. Simple as that. You've secured 2 good wins against PSG. Well done. What made these possible? Passion and teamwork. Passion and teamwork. I agree. Mario Goethe now into very happy, and the team morale is happy. I'll take that. And what a decent game against PSG. Few decent goals for you guys there as well. You literally couldn't write this. We took the risk in simulating the game against Borussia Mönchengladbach, knowing that doing it and possibly losing would literally throw away the chances of us even a slight slither being able to win the Bundesliga. We went on to win 2-0. For the 25th game, Bayer Leverkusen must have lost, because we have now shrunk the gap to only 2 points behind them. We're still 11 points behind Bayern Munich after 25 games, but we're only 2 points now behind Bayer Leverkusen. There is a chance that we can certainly overtake them and finish second in the Premier League. Looking at the situation now with 9 games to go, what are the chances of us being able to close the 11-point gap? I certainly think we can close it if we go on to beat Bayern Munich. Do I think we're going to win? I really don't know. Bayern Munich, I'm guessing they have gone all season without losing. Yeah. All season without losing. 22 wins, 3 draws, no losses. Even goal difference, they've only conceded 11 goals. Goal difference of 54. It's just, unfortunately, one of those things, guys. I know a few of you have told me that you've got it in your career modes. It happens, unfortunately, the way EA have made the game. There is chances that a team can go all season without losing or even drawing a single game. And unfortunately, that seems to have happened in this save with Borussia Dortmund. But we will now attend the press conference for this Schalke 04 game. We know it is the German derby, so we'll get into that. We'll then take a little look over at the starting 11. Mori is going to start at right back. I thought he played pretty decent against PSG. Seemed very quick, very agile, so I like the looks of him. He is going to start over Piszczek, and we just got to hope that Klosterman gets back ASAP, because Klosterman and Marlen have been sublime signings for us, and the team is certainly missing having Klosterman at that right back position. But let's attend this press conference, see what the media have to say. We'll look at the starting 11, and then we'll get into the game against Schalke 04, which, of course, as you guys know, is the Dortmund derby. I can't believe we've only got 9 games to go, about 4 or 5 episodes to go till we finish Season 1 at Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund are currently on a winning streak, having won their last 8 matches. We'll just say we're in great form. I didn't realise we'd won 8. Although saying that, the commentators say whatever they want, the media. It may not even be true, but 8 on the bounce, 8 consecutive games, I'll take that. Will the close score in the previous match affect your strategy in the match against FC Schalke 04? A close score is a learning opportunity. They're saying like a close call. In the second leg, yes, it was 2-1, it was close, but we beat them 5-1. I wouldn't say that is a close call. Will you be able to keep compliancy out of your squad? And that is going to do it for all the questions from the media. We can now, excitingly, get into this game against Schalke. I'm excited because, well, this game is like Liverpool versus Everton. You always know there's going to be big tackles. There's going to be, you know, a lot of energy, a lot of anger, a lot of passion for all of the players. So I am excited. In fact, I have just put them in their home kit, I do believe. Let's put them... Oh, we'll go in our yellow. We're at home. They can go in their white kit. And you can see from the lineup, I'm excited to also see how Mori, the 72 overall rated, gets on at that right-back position. But we are going with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. Marco Reus, the captain, a little behind in the central attacking midfield. We've then got Larson, Delaney, Bardi and Sancho through the midfield. Hakimi, Hummels, Zagadou and Mori at the back. with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Bardi getting into the team because unfortunately Witsel wasn't fully fit. Larson coming in because Julian Brandt wasn't fully fit. Murray coming in because Piszczek wasn't fully fit and Klosterman's injured. And then, of course, Hakimi coming in because Nico Schultz isn't fully fit. This is their chance to shine. This is what we want to see. When a player gets a chance because a player's not fit or injured, they really have to shine. We're finding that in the Liverpool career mode. Sadio Mane is currently out. And Ryan Kemp and David Neres are absolutely shining through the sky. So I'm hoping there's a few players in this team that can do the same. Last game in today's episode. And it's the derby, so let's make it a good one. Let's make it a banger. You guys tell me the videos are bangers, so let's make sure this final game is a banger. We've won a comfortable 2-0 against Borussia Mönchengladbach. 2-1 over PSG. Let's make this a 4 or 5 goaler. Whenever we get the opportunity, if we have to pass it, sweaty goal, it doesn't really matter. Let's just make sure we take our chances. Let's put plenty of them. Hopefully, in the back of the net, as we could get this first half kicked off with Paco Alcacer. Delaney going out wide there to Bruno Larson. Let's go into Paco Alcacer. Playing it through now to Marco Reus. He's through on goal. Marco Reus straight away. 3 minutes in. It's 1-0. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Marco Reus. He is a beast. Unbelievable. We string maybe since kickoff. I may have not even taken a cut since cut-off. But maybe 5 or 6 passes. Playing it round, finding the space. And before you know it, 3 important passes strung together. Marco Reus is through on goal. It's 1-0. I told you guys we weren't going to sleep on this game. And I want to see 3 or 4 goals. We're 1-0 up after just 3 minutes. Here's Enis Bardi, who's going to roll it onto his right foot. I'm going to hit this with Enis Bardi. Referee's taken out there. Hold on, ref. He's taken out there. Look, as I hit it. How is that not a foul? I'm down on the floor. Hummels through to Enis Bardi. Nicely done. Enis Bardi through to Marco Reus. Larson's wanting to go here. Go on, Larson. Go on, son. Here comes Bruno Larson. A little bit of a heavy touch from him, and unfortunately, the keeper comes out to collect it. A little bit too heavy there from Bruno Larson. Zagadou got to be careful here now. We've really got to be careful. Zagadou going to slide in. It's gone to the edge of the box now for Cresswell. We're going to slide in and get a block on it. Beautiful. Marco Reus putting it through there now to Enis Bardi, who's pushing forwards. And as we look to push forwards with Enis Bardi and Delaney, the referee is going to blow for half-time. It probably could be 2 or 3-0. But the chances we've had haven't been consistent enough. And their keeper has been putting in a decent effort. So unfortunately, we just haven't been able to find a second. But I honestly think in this second half period, we keep pushing like we did in the first half. And we will find those few extra goals we certainly deserve. Bardi through now to Marco Reus. Haven't got many options here. Let's go through there now to Larson. Then we'll go over to Paco Alcacer. Play him behind now for Sancho. There you go. It's 2-0. Beautiful bit of passing on the edge of the box there. Schalke's box. Could not handle us. Picking out the pockets of space. Getting in behind. And Sancho gets in behind. Look at this. Just little passes in behind. And watch the run. Ball in from Paco Alcacer. In behind for Jadon Sancho to run onto. And smash into the back of the net. We've taken 2-0. I'm really hoping now we just push on for many more goals. Marco Reus could have run a little bit quicker for us there. I would have been happy. Paco going to pick that ball up. Marco Reus now wanting to go. It's a beautiful ball in behind. Marco Reus through on goal. Surely Marco Reus! 3-0. This is going to be men against boys now. I kid you not. Men against boys. And there are the men posing in front of the camera. I don't expect anything less, but what a ball from Paco Alcacer. He's not got on the score sheet in this game, but I do believe he's down for 2 of the 3 assists. So, fair play to Paco. He's not just scoring, he's also getting assists. Play it in now to Paco. Paco going to lay it off to Marco Reus. Marco Reus is steaming forwards. He's on for his hat-trick. Marco Reus cuts it back onto his right foot. Marco Reus, it's a great save from the keeper. Inches away from getting his hat-trick there. Going to Paco Alcacer, who's going to come away with that ball. Paco Alcacer's got the better of these defenders. Oh, we got muddled up with Mario Götze at the end of the game. I was looking to go on to score the 4th, but we don't need to. It was job done by half-time, and we have gone on to win the Borussia Dortmund Schalke derby 3-0. So we've had a 2-0, a 2-1, and a 3-0. I'm very happy with the highlights you guys have seen in today's episode, and quite frankly, this game Could have been so many more. 8 shots, 5 on target to Schalke's 3 shots, 1 on target. Very, very poor performance from Schalke there. Now, it does come as a little bit of a shock. Paco Alcacer picks up man of the match with a 9.5. Not because he scored. I do believe he got 2 assists. So he scored no goals. The goals were scored by 2 by Marco Reus and 1 by Jadon Sancho. Marco Reus didn't get man of the match. What happened with assists, though? Goal assist. Wow. I thought Paco Alcacer only got 2. He, in fact, got 3. He got in the end of Jadon Sancho and Marco Reus's 2 goals to bag himself 3 assists. So, Paco, take a bow. You played spectacular, mate. Now we'll get into the post-match interview. Very, very happy. Through to the next stages in the Champions League and 6 points out of 6 in today's episode. Why didn't we get to see Peace chat? Because he's got the stamina of an 80-year-old man. That's why, and he wasn't fully fit. Congratulations, your winning streak is extended with today's match. How do you keep it going? Yeah, I'm focused on long-term success. We're not that fussed about... we've got Piszczek. They're very happy there. I like to see that. Let's skip that. With 2 goals to secure a win, Royce was the hero today. See, look, we've got very happy. Royce has just popped up very happy, and the team morale is happy as well. Everyone was content before. An overall great performance. You're welcome. Right, guys, and here we are at the end of today's episode. We've got a lot of highs to finish on. Not only are we through to the next stages of the Champions League, we bagged the 6 important points out of 6 in today's episode, which amazingly, thanks to Bayer Leverkusen losing their 26th game, has put us into 2nd position. We are 1 point ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. They lost their 25th and their 26th match in today's episode, leaving them on 60. We took the chances, we took the opportunity, and we have managed to take all 6 points and put us now 1 point ahead of them. I am over the moon with that. Sadly, still 11 points behind Bayer Leverkusen, behind Bayern Munich. And unfortunately, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. The only thing we can do is when we do play them next month, I do believe, in April, we have to make sure we get the 3 points from them and just close that gap a little bit. If we don't and they do go on to beat us, well, I'm pretty sure we've just thrown away any chance of winning the Bundesliga, because you never know, we might beat them and they might go into a downward spiral, a bad bit of luck, and start losing games after games. And that's what we need, realistically. We need them to have a little bit of bad luck. But before we end on today's episode, there is something I have to do, because I know that this episode is episode 14, meaning the next one is 15, meaning we're going to be reviewing the fan objectives. And I know off the top of my head, one of those fan objectives is to sign a youth player, grow them by 8, and play them in some games. Now, I can't exactly remember what the forfeit is and exactly what we have to do. I'm just pretty sure we have to grow them by 8 and play them in maybe 5 games as either a starter or a sub. Now, I've waited so long for this Bjorn Engel. I've waited so long because his potential is ridiculous. 88 to 94. Wow. 6'1", left-footed, spot on. The issue is his age. You see, when they're 15, you can't do anything other than release a player. But on the flip side, when you get a 16-year-old, you can see that you can promote to the senior team. Now, for so long, I've been just scouting, or had in the youth squad, should I say, Bjorn Engel and Lewis Baumann. And I thought, surely Engel is going to turn 16 soon. Maybe next week, maybe next week. And I've kept checking, and it's not happening. And in the latest scout report, we found this man, Justus Newman, who is an absolute beast. Left-footed, German, 6'6", so he's 5 inches taller than Bjorn Engel. Bjorn Engel's potential is 88 to 94. Newman's is 87 to 94, but overall, he's 64. Engel's only 62. Look at the value of the players. €650,000, €975,000. So Newman is looking to be a very, very tasty player. And that is exactly why I am going to promote him to the senior squad. In the next episode, we will be looking at the fan objectives. We will look at starting to grow this young goalkeeper. We will probably put him on 2 or maybe even, actually he's a goalkeeper, I think he can only go on 2 of the player development. We'll try and grow him by that +8. And we'll also look to play him in a couple of games, especially now as we're coming to the end of the Bundesliga season. I don't think it's possible for us to beat Bayern, so I don't mind playing a young goalkeeper in a couple of the games, especially if we're playing lower down teams. Marco Reus is only now 3 goals behind Kevin Volland. I think personally Marco Reus, the way he's been playing recently, he deserves to win the Golden Boot this season. He's been absolutely spectacular. Paco Alcacer isn't too far behind as well on 15, only 6 behind Kevin Volland. But we will now take a look at the games that we will be playing in the next step. So we finish off the month of March away from home against Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. We then move into the month of April, which is the big... Oh, no. No! Well, we're finishing on a sort of high because we're facing off against Liverpool in the quarterfinals, and I'm pretty sure we had a challenge in the fan objectives called Europeans Top 8, and that was to reach the quarterfinals. We've done it. So in the next episode, we should be able to tick off some of the fan objectives. We may also be there with Paco Alcacer, and we're still playing Marco Reus and Mario Götze in every game. But in the next episode, we've got Wolfsburg away from home in the first game. Then we have FC Bayern Munich at home. We're at home this time. And then the first leg against Liverpool in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. The team I support, the other career mode we do. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But you guys will already know we're simulating the Wolfsburg game. We're playing against the German Giants, or the other German Giants, Bayern Munich. And then, of course, taking on Liverpool FC. Very, very excited for the next episode. We've got fan objectives. We're taking on Liverpool. We're taking on Bayern Munich. And we've just managed to grab ourselves position 2 in the Bundesliga, 1 point ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. We've had a fabulous episode. I've really enjoyed it. We won all 3 games out of 3. We're in second place. We've got great games coming up. Things are starting to look pretty tasty for us. I am just going to check, though. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 games left, but Liverpool are going to be a challenge in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It's not going to be an easy game. Mo Salah, Mane and Bobby Firmino, we're taking on Jurgen Klopp. We're at Jurgen Klopp's old team at Borussia Dortmund. It's certainly going to be an exciting episode. But if you have enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around there, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.